to my channel. Today's a client tutorial. So I'm first going to start off by brushing the eyebrows with a spoolie and using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Soft Brown with my Zoeva 317 winged eyeliner brush as always. So as you can see, I'm first underlining the shape of her brows and then going over the top of her eyebrows, and then with no extra product I'm brushing the front of the eyebrows and then brushing through with a spoolie. To make the eyebrows more defined, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Porcelain with my Sigma F75 brush and just underlining her eyebrows and then going above them, as you can see right now. And then going in with a concealer buffer brush to buff out any edges of that concealer. Then with the leftover concealer, I'm using this as an eyeshadow base to prime the eyelid. And then taking that concealer buffer brush to make sure all the concealer is blended. To make sure there's no brush strokes, I'm using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to blend out the concealer and then setting the base with the Coty A-Spun powder on the Zoeva 227 brush. That the base is set, I'm moving on to eyeshadow and I'm taking Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek on a Morphe E27 brush and placing it in the crease, in the inner and then the outer corner. Now for the star of the show, I'm using the Inglot blush in the shade 66 on a Zoeva 224 brush. As you can see, I'm placing this in the outer corner, into the crease, and then bringing it into the inner corner. To make sure all the edges are blended nicely, I'm going back to the bigger, fluffier Morphe brush.
I've been loving everything you are. Your eyes alone are the brightest stars. I could stand you all night, just drinking in your sunlight. Get me in love tonight. You put all the stars in my eyes. Get me in love tonight. You tell me I love.
To create a blank canvas for the halo, I'm using the Inglot AMC liner in the shade 68, which is just a flesh toned colour, and using this on a Morphe M421 brush to clean up the lid. To make the middle of the lid pop, I'm using Crystal from the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette and using this on a flat brush to set the liner. To blend these harsh edges, I'm going back in with the Inglot blush and just using a flat packer brush and blending those edges together.
Your lips like galaxy.
Once those edges are blended, to make the look more festival-like, I'm using the Gypsy Shrine glitter and sticking this on with the NYX glitter glue, and as you can see I've just used some stars. So I put 4 down the centre and then 2 either side, as you can see. I didn't want to include this too much because it was quite time consuming and I thought it'd be boring to watch. but you get the point. I'm then using the Maybelline Eye Studio on the same Zoeva 317 winged liner brush.
They tell us not to pray, love is so fleeting, like distant shores, like comets and daydreams, but we're still scheming and hoping for everything they can't believe. Can we love tonight?
To sharpen the liner, I'm just taking makeup remover on a cotton pad.
You tell me I light up the whole sky.
Now it's time to deepen the look, so I'm using Corrupt by Makeup Geek on the Morphe M513 brush and just blending this into the outer corner. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in the shade Golden Beige and just blending this in with the same Real Technique sponge. To brighten the under eye, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Porcelain and placing this under the eyes. To set the face, I'm using the Coty A-Spun powder, and I'm first setting under the eyes and bringing all the excess product around the whole face. Now it's time for lashes, and I'm applying the Primer Lash Express Minx, and I'm sure they're in the style Vein.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah.
To bronze the face, I'm using the NYX Deep Tan Bronzer on my 17 Cheeks brush. And then using a Sigma blender brush to contour the nose slightly. Then taking the LA Girl Just Peachy blush and placing this on the apples of her cheeks. To tie in with the pinky vibes, I'm using the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Show Gold on my Morphe M501 brush. I just think it looks amazing with the eyes. For the pop of blue on the lower lash line, I'm using the Inglot 338 shadow on a Morphe MB16 brush. And then I'm taking a little bit of eyelash glue because I had problems with the NYX one, and placing 2 stars on the inner corner. Next is a little trick I like to do, which is using the same eyeshadow that I use on the lower lash line and putting this into the waterline. It might be scary at first, but it does work well. As this is just my friend, I'm using the lash wand from the L'Oreal Lash Architect, but if this was a client, I would use a disposable lash wand. For lips, I'm using the Shea Lip Pencil from Jared Cosmetics.
Picture in my head, and I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see.
And filling this in with the Hydra Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Nude, also from Jared Cosmetics.
'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next.
To set her eyebrows in place, I'm using the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel and setting the face with the Jared Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. And this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching.
Up in the air, I want you to jump. Jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. In the air.